following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
Good morning, Macomb. I'm Carissa Kuchis.
And I'm Brianna Descaray.
There's one team here in Macomb that takes female power to a whole new level.
News 3's very own Anna Zuniga strapped on her helmet and went to the outskirts of town to get some first-hand experience into the game of roller derby.
Intense, fun, and intense again.
Those three words describe roller derby. This age-old sport has been around longer than color television, and it appeared here in Macomb back in 2012. Roller derby isn't just another form of exercise. For some members, it's a great way to take a break from reality.
It's almost like being a superhero, like you have an alter ego. And, you know, I leave work and I take off my khakis and then I come here and I'm like ready to hit people and tear it up.
Roller derby isn't just for the skating pros. Even newbies like myself can put on the skates and give it a roll.
We won't laugh at you. There's a lot of girls that have never skated before that come and play. There's girls that have skated their entire lives and they realize it's a lot harder than just regular skating, so just come out and try it.
There is no prerequisite to join derby. The Macomb Bombshells are willing to include anyone who's simply willing to participate and have fun doing so.
People from all walks of life. I'm a CNA and an EMT and I play derby. I know people that are teachers. I know people that are artists. Derby is really for everybody.
Derby has changed a lot in the past years. What started out as a mere show has transformed into a legitimate sport with rules and regulations. Even with all these changes, some members still feel there's a stigma that follows them. There's
a lot of people who call us, excuse my language, but like strippers on skates, because a lot of us like to wear like fishnets in our outfits. It is a lot of endurance. There's a lot of leg strength. When I first started, I hadn't played sports for a couple of years and I was getting back into it and I thought I was going to die because my legs hurt so bad. It's definitely not as easy as it looks.
If you are interested in joining the Bombshells, you can join them during their fresh meat practices held every Sunday evening at the outskirts. For News 3, I'm Anna Zuniga.
If you want to support the Bombshells, their first game will be held at Outskirts on April 9th.
How far will some people go to raise money for charity? Take a look for yourself. More than 136 people participated by taking a plunge into cold water at Spring Lake Park on Sunday. The Polar Plunge is a fundraiser to support Special Olympic athletes. Similar events occurred nationwide this weekend. This is the first time Macomb hosted the event. The fundraiser was shy of their fundraising goal, only raising about $7,000 instead of the projected $25,000.
The Polar Plunge wasn't just in Macomb this weekend. Lady Gaga actually jumped into the chilly waters of Lake Michigan in Chicago this weekend to support Special Olympics. This is her second time participating in the plunge. Her fiancé took the dip with her.
We're so proud of all the kids that are here. They're so awesome and inspiring. This is no big deal. We're just happy to be there for them.
Organizers of the event say that Lady Gaga and other celebrities are part of the reason why the event had a record turnout this year. Perhaps you've seen some of your colleagues and classmates looking a little bald. That's because WIU's Tanner Hall hosted its annual St. Baldrick's Day capstone event last Sunday afternoon in order to raise funds to fight childhood cancer.
The Tanner Hall Complex director says about 52 participants shaved their head for support of the 175,000 children with cancer. He also said this event raised more than $11,000, $3,000 more than last year's. Coming up this weekend, the WIU Livestock Center will be the temporary home for more than 60 bulls.
The 44th annual Performance Tested Bull Sale this Friday at 7 p.m. The bulls arrive at WIU in October and reside here until the sale in March. Students from a variety of classes learn from the bulls. Buyers' registration starts at 5 p.m. and buyers are welcome to come early to view the bulls and talk to breeders. A national organization known as Best Buddies will be hosting a spaghetti dinner fundraiser at WIU later this month.
Best Buddies is a nonprofit volunteer movement that creates opportunities for one-on-one friendships and leadership development for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The event on March 23rd is called Spread the Word to End the Word. To find out more about this event or if you want to buy tickets, visit the WIU Best Buddies page on Facebook. Students have a chance to learn about the state budget impasse later today at the State of the Student Address. It's the first one to be held at WIU.
Student Government Association President Will Gradle, along with SGA Speaker of the Senate Jacob Tomlinson and WIU Student Trustee Michael Quigley will be speaking today at 3 p.m. Gradle wants to make students aware of the situation, talk about the issues surrounding the budget, and dispel rumors. The press release says they will also talk about the good things still happening at WIU. Faculty and staff are also welcome to hear the address.
McDonough County residents looking to get their votes in early for the upcoming Illinois primary have until Friday to do so. Voters wanting to cast an early ballot must visit the voter registration office located in the basement of the McDonough County Courthouse. Office hours for the voter registration office are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and only paper ballots are available.
A local organization looking to help the homeless in McDonough County is close to their goal of opening a shelter.
Genesis Garden has ended their family emergency shelter roof fundraiser. They raised just over $25,000 for the roof to be replaced. A contractor will be hired as soon as it's warm enough to do the work.
When it's done, they will move on to projects inside the house. The fundraiser for these projects will start April 30th at another event. With spring break right around the corner viewers can get back to binge watching a few Netflix new releases. Netflix is continuing to upload HBO's Game of Thrones in this week's new To the Queue. Season 5 of the cult following spectacle reviewed a record 12 Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Drama Series. The debut of Season 5 of the Game of Thrones comes at a perfect time, too, with season tickets to debut on April 24th.
If TV dramas are not your thing, you can go also take a look at 4 films new to Netflix that made headlines on the Oscar stage. The Big Short, Carol, Trumbo, and Steve Jobs all were rewarded with Oscar nominations last month. Steve Jobs and Carol both had Best Actor nominations, while The Big Short won the Best Adapted Screenplay. All 4 movies will be available on Netflix this Monday.
Stay tuned. With us next is a WIU student who's been Miss Macomb contestant for 3 years, but this time was crowned something special.
To eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Now from Macomb in high definition. Good Morning Macomb continues.
Welcome back to Good Morning Macomb. On set with me this morning is the crowned winner of the Miss Macomb pageant that took place this past Sunday at the Fellheimer Auditorium. Thank you for joining me this morning, Miss Macomb, Rachel Wirtz.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Okay, Rachel, we're all dying to know what got you interested in pageantry to start with.
Well, actually, it was my mom who signed me up for a little hometown pageant in 1999. I was 6 years old, so that's kind of where I got my start in the whole pageant world.
Wow, okay. Well, I know the road to Miss Macomb couldn't have been easy. I actually have friends that have participated in a lot of pageants, and they've talked about how restless, it's exhausting. You have to do a lot of workouts, stay up to date on current events. Talk to me about the process. What was it like for you in the road to Miss Macomb?
There's actually a lot that goes into it. You need to keep up on your current events because that's what they're going to ask you in the interview and also on the onstage question. And you have to make sure that you're eating healthy just so you can be fit for the swimsuit competition. And also you have to prepare for your talent. I'm a vocalist, so there's a lot that goes into that. You got to take care of my voice, and I also need to make sure that I am really just ready to go for the talent portion of the competition.
I don't want to put you on the spot here, but can you give us a little sneak peek of your vocal action?
Okay, maybe I can a little bit. I'll sing the first part of my song.
Okay, let's hear it.
The field was bright with clover. I saw the finish sign. I started as a rover, and then victory was mine.
Wow. Oh my gosh, if only I could hit near a note like that. Well, we're lucky to have you on here to share that with all of our folks here on Good Morning Macomb. It's probably a good day starter for them. Okay, now as we're going through the pageant, tell me about all the sections that are in it. You said you have swimsuit, a talent. What else takes part in the pageant?
So the first thing that you start off with is the interview, which is a private interview with just the judges and yourself, and that's usually the morning before the pageant actually starts. It's 9 minutes long. Seems like a long time, but it really goes by really fast. Then after that, you have the talent portion, which is worth the most, and then you have the onstage question, which is worth the least. It's just 5% of your total score, and then you have swimsuit and evening gown. So there's kind of a lot that goes into it.
Okay, so in your opinion, what would you say is the most challenging portion for you of a pageant?
I would say over the years, it used to be interview, but now I just kind of, now interviewing for jobs, it kind of seems a little bit easier now. So I would say the talent, I always get a little bit of nerves just because you never know how your voice is going to hold out. Sometimes I'm a little squeaky and I get nervous before I go out there. So I would say once that portion of the competition is over, I feel a little bit better.
You mentioned applying for jobs. Just so our viewers know, you do go to WIU.
Yes, I do.
And you're a senior?
Yes.
Wow, so what's next for you?
I actually have had a few job interviews and few job offers, but I think I'm going to hold off until the Miss Illinois competition is over.
Okay.
It's a week long in June, and it's kind of a big obligation up until that point.
Absolutely.
So I think I'm just going to stay actively looking and just kind of see what comes up.
Awesome. So let's relive the fame for you. You were crowned Miss Macomb this past Sunday. What was that moment like for you?
Well, I kind of went into it this year just to have fun. I've done it. This is my third year. I got second runner-up the first year, first runner-up last year. So this is my last year that I could compete in it because I'm graduating. So I just kind of wanted to go into it, have fun, stay relaxed. I wasn't expecting anything. I just had that mentality of just getting to know people and having fun with the other girls. So it was a great moment, though. I was a little bit shocked because I wasn't expecting anything, but I almost had some tears.
Wow. Okay, well, along with that surprise you had on Sunday, we too at Good Morning Macomb have a little bit of a surprise for you. We know that you've been practicing for months on end with your interview portion, your Q&A. So we thought it'd be fun to come up with a little bit of our own Q&A segment here on Good Morning Macomb.
Okay.
We've got a crown. And if our judges and our camera crew, we deliberate and we think so, then we will crown you Miss Good Morning Macomb.
Okay.
Okay, so we got 3 questions. Are you ready?
No pressure.
Okay, question number 1. If you win the Miss Good Morning Macomb crown this morning, what will be the first thing that you do?
I think I will wear my crown proudly around campus today.
Great.
Yes,
answer.
in my I have a 10 a.m., so maybe I'll wear it to my 10 a.m. class.
Okay, good. And you can tell everybody about the news and how about to watch us on Wednesdays.
I'll definitely promote.
Okay, question number 2. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Outside of the crown, the sash, the heels, and the pageant getup, what is Rachel Wirt like off the stage?
Well, I'm definitely a big fan of Netflix, so you'll probably find me cuddle up in my bed starting some sort of series. I'm on The Office right now, big fan. So when I kind of have some downtime, I just like to relax.
Okay, good. Question number 3. This is my favorite question.
Okay.
If you were isolated on an island and given the chance to bring 3 things, what would those 3 things be?
Number 1, my dog.
Okay.
Have to have my dog there with me. And I would say maybe a good book to read.
Okay,
That'd be number 2.
I could agree with that.
And then, I don't know, maybe some food too, because I'd want to be able to survive on the island.
Great answer. Well, we have crowned you Miss Good Morning Macomb.
Thank
Rachel,
you.
thank you so much for joining us this morning. And coming up, News 3's Devin Biggs will give us a look at the storm Team 3 forecast.
My favorite thing about WIU is how much we work as a team. Everyone here has helped immensely, and when we work together, the outcome is amazing. Producing for the newscast, writing for the newscast, going to City Council every Monday. It's something that I've learned that it takes a team. There's no such thing as an I. If there's an I, then we know that something's going to go wrong. I really do believe WIU has prepared me for the outside world. I can't wait to see where I end up. I have to thank everyone that has been involved. You know, Jasmine Creighton, she has managed to help me overcome that scary part. And the way that you have a great show is not the content that you have, it's the people who you work with. And here at WIU, I have had a chance to work with some excellent people.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules. You tell me to stay away from drugs. To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Good morning, Macomb here on a Wednesday morning. Take a look at your temperatures right now. 58 degrees in Macomb right now, a little cooler off in Keokuk at 52 degrees. Temperatures will moderate to around 60, 61 today, but cool off later on tonight. We'll get to that in a little bit. Take a look at your Midwest weather tracker right now. The rain has moved on to the east as the cold front's getting ready to move through. And in fact, the rain event, we have a new model run in today from our GFS model, and the rain has actually shifted off more to the south and east, leaving Macomb pretty much high and dry on this particular forecast model. I don't think we'll be completely dry. We'll still see some rain, but it won't be as wet as originally predicting. Your temperatures for today, you can see that cold front moving on through. 60 degrees in Davenport today, 65 in St. Louis, and 55 degrees in Des Moines. Your temperatures for tonight, 46 degrees in Davenport as the cold front moves through, 55 in St. Louis, and 54 degrees in Joplin. Your forecast for today, showers with a high of 61, winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And your forecast for tonight calls for showers and thunderstorms with a low of 45 with winds south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And your News 3 exclusive 5-day forecast shows the rain quitting on Thursday and Friday with overall temperatures hanging around in the 60s. And Saturday night into Sunday, don't forget to spring forward as daylight saving time goes into effect for 2016. So we'll lose an hour of sleep, we'll gain an extra hour of daylight. Carissa and Brianna, back to you.
Thanks, Devin. Coming up on News 3 Live at 4, one pup uses his cuddling skills for the good of student kind.
Good. Homemade noodles. Oh. Marty, stop it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It reminds me, I've been thinking maybe we should try a new form of birth control. I heard about this one, it's called the IUD, intrauterine device. Or we could try the patch on your arm. Actually, I think that one goes in your butt.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
What do you think, then? Arm or the butt?
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation letter. You're resigning?
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me, you're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me. Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Don't worry. 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Spring break season is here.
And some vacationers will find new rules along with some popular Gulf Coast beaches. Debbie Williams has more.
The beaches are coming alive again.
Yeah, it's been awesome so far.
Spring break season has arrived.
What was the water like? It was cold. It's very cold. Yeah. It's really cold.
New rules at other beaches like Panama City and Pensacola Beach has a lot of spring breakers testing the waters on this part of the Gulf Coast.
We've been to Panama City, like the Merritt College has been there the last couple of years, but they banned alcohol on the beaches, so that's why we came out here. Well, everyone's been picking new places.
Heard a lot of people were coming here, and Panama City got shut down.
Spring breakers may be in for a surprise.
A lot of what Panama City does not allow today, we haven't allowed in our community ever.
This is also the first season for the new Leave Only Footprints initiative aimed at keeping beach gear off the beach overnight.
It was enacted by Gulf Shores and Orange Beach along our entire beachfront, and that is items that are brought on the beach, personal items like umbrellas and chairs and beach toys, those kinds of things need to be brought back off the beach every night 1 hour after sunset.
No longer will camps or compounds be allowed to remain overnight. If you don't remove it, you will lose it.
I totally understand what they're trying to do with that.
We didn't really hear anything about it, but you know, it's pretty obvious really. Just don't be too crazy about it and pick your stuff up, you'll be fine.
Before students at WIU get to enjoy spring break, we first have to face midterms.
Yes, midterms are in full swing at Western Illinois University, and with exams and papers piling up, students are stressed. Studies show interacting with animals can help reduce the stress.
News 3's Megan Sanchez got to meet the furry face who's making midterms week at WIU a little bit brighter.
Meet Moose, a 3-year-old Australian cattle schnauzer dog mix who loves to be pet by people. Moose is a certified therapy dog. His owner, Katie Ellenich, got him when he was just a 4-week-old puppy. But as Moose began to grow, she noticed something unique about him.
He was sympathetic. He cares, and I was like, well, it's not very often that you get a dog who cares like that.
So obedience classes began, where Moose learned manners and tricks, and next, he became a certified therapy animal. Katie, a current grad student in WIU's theater program, came to campus in the fall. After seeing no therapy dogs in the libraries during finals week, she offered to share Moose with the Leatherneck community. He's making his first appearances in libraries across campus this week.
They come in and, like, you can see them light up, where that kind of midterms glaze goes over everyone's eyes otherwise.
Moose makes people smile, but Katie says he's changed her life most of all.
You come home every day, and it doesn't matter what has gone on. He's happy to see you. He's so much part of who I am now. We take care of each other, I guess.
Reporting for News 3, I'm Megan Sanchez.
Wow, I could really use a whole herd of mooses this week.
I could too. 3 days and counting until students here at WIU leave for spring break.
Moving on to some of our favorite comfort food, National Pancake Day has come and gone, sadly, but syrup is here to stay.
News 3 found out how this favorite topping is brought to the breakfast table.
News 3's Colleen Judge visited the 19th annual Maple Syrup Festival over the weekend. She has the story.
Lena, you're probably into that. I want you to
People of all ages got the chance to see how sap is collected and turned into maple syrup, which isn't anything new for Friends of Argyle.
We've been doing it for about 19 years here, and I've been involved since the beginning, but as a Girl Scout first, and now as a Friends of Argyle leader.
The day has a number of purposes, one of them being to enjoy the beautiful outdoors.
And so it's a really good educational experience, and it's also just a really fun day, and it's for families. It's, you know, and for people who just want to learn something new about the outdoors.
Syrup may be satisfyingly sweet, but can make for a sticky collection process.
But at the same time, it's a fun and tasty one.
And they get on a hay rack and we go out to the maple grove and we actually tap a tree, taste the sap coming straight out of the tree if the sap is running.
You can barely taste it.
I can taste it.
All the maple trees are marked with orange ties, but the process doesn't stop there.
And then we go over to the sugar shack, which is over on that side of the park, and we cook it down.
There were samples of syrup ready for sale and activities for children of all ages. Reporting for News 3, I'm Colleen Judge.
Interestingly enough, it takes 30 to 50 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup.
Oh my gosh.
Still to come, a dog in a dress.
Find out how one puppy got his paws on a prom gown, coming up.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
You can be a hero by being prepared for an emergency. First, make a plan. Call a family meeting to plan for things like how to connect with loved ones after an emergency or your escape route.
I am not fast.
Build a kit. When disaster strikes, it's important to have enough supplies to last 3 days. And don't forget the batteries.
Low battery.
Visit ready.gov/kids for more preparedness tips.
Stories. They happen everywhere. At News 3, we go the distance and tell them firsthand. Across the region.
The tornado tore through a neighborhood in Washington, Illinois.
Across the state.
Here at the state capitol in Springfield for the gubernatorial race.
Across generations.
We have a lot of people that are very dedicated. We're all volunteers.
The stories that inform us. The stories that move us. The stories that matter from a fresh perspective.
One girl and her dog are dressing up for a night to remember. Erin Condren of Australia and her service dog, Lacey, have many matching outfits according to BuzzFeed News.
But a prom dress is the newest addition to their wardrobe. Erin has a tissue disorder that makes daily activities pretty difficult. Lacey is by Erin's side to help her get through each day.
Condren said, and I quote, "Being a young disabled person can be daunting, but facing the world with an adorable fluff ball by my side makes it so much easier."
Lacey has only been with Condren for a few months, so she decided to avoid big crowds for now and did not take Lacey to the actual prom event. And we have Devin here for our final look at weather. Devin, how's the rest of the week look?
It'll be a little mixture of some rain and some dry weather. As we take a look at our 5-day forecast, we have a chance of rain today with a high of 64. And then we'll cool off slightly into the 60s or 60 degrees for Thursday, and on Friday with 62, but then rain chances arrive on Saturday and Sunday. Don't forget to spring your clocks forward. on Saturday night into Sunday as daylight saving time kicks in. So we'll be in the low 60s pretty much throughout the week, but nothing too horrible. We're way above average.
Oh, yeah.
Normally we should be in the 40s for highs and 20s for lows. So we are really spoiled right now.
I will take anything over snow, that is for sure.
Yes, it's definitely nice to have the nice weather. It feels like spring. You know, the birds are coming out, everything like that.
I think that's why we chose to wear
We
pinks
did.
today.
For
Color coordinate
spring
to that
color.
nice weather.
Yes, well, thank you for joining us this morning.
We'll have more news tomorrow during Live at 4 and online and at news3wiu.com.
For Devin Biggs, I'm Brianna Descaray.
And I'm Carissa Kuchis.
And from all of us at News 3, have a good morning, Macomb.